Welcome back to Railroads Online. We're here at the sawmill getting a whole lot of beams ready to go down to the oil field. At the end of the last episode we had a train parked behind my head. I just quickly made a third line over here in the yards and dumped her over there so we can get other trains down that line. The plan was to use the middle train here, which has beams and lumber on it currently for the iron mine. But I realized that it's going to be too small, so down the line we have the need to unload 27 pipes and tools, and a capacity to also increase, put another 20 on the line. So we actually need to put 47 items down in the oil field, 47 beams. And our big coal mine train is 90% loaded to the correct way for that. It has 13 cars, so it can do 39. So instead of doing this smaller train maybe once or twice and also having to unload it because it's got beams on it, I'm just going to use this bigger train. Unloading is going to be a bit of a pest because the unload platform's only good for one. What I am going to do is try this new situation. There's 3 cars right here, and I believe you can now transfer cargo between trucks. I have a save, so if it doesn't work I'll just restore the save, but let's give it a go and see how that new transfer system works. So if we just highlight it and we get it's kind of close. Wrong. Okay, so you have to be really careful about where it's going to go. Well, that worked. Cool. So yeah, you really want to line them up with each other. But yeah, that works. That's really cool. This is getting really wide, so I don't know if this is going to hit the hitbox. No, that's not going to hit the hitbox. Cool. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just back up. I'm going to steal another one from a bit further back on the train. So that was kind of interesting to learn. Cool new feature. Come on. So I'm just going to steal this one and put it on here. We're currently a bit overloaded with beams. The sawmill has hardly any beams left in it, and the actually I'm going to steal one right from the back. Let's try that. And there's tons of lumber, so at some point I'm going to have to do a rebalancing run and just take a whole lot of lumber to the freight yard because it's misbalanced right now. Cool. We don't really need these hoppers, but instead of playing with a whole lot of switching, I'm just going to bring them with us. So let's back up a bit and get to the line that lets us go south through the sawmill. That's why I turn the brake off. Quick look at the map. But it's backing up. And we're going to turn right and then head down south past that water tower. Easy for the yards here. Alright, I'm just going to brake and head forward. We should have just one more point to fix, and then we should be good to go. Alright. Let's head off down south. I don't know if we can do the brake today. Yeah, the beams is really empty right now. So I need to rebalance the two. Plenty of logs. The coupler bug caught me on the save game. There's 4 or 5 trucks missing back here. It de-shackled and rolled off. So at some point I'm going to have to go rescue some mod cars. To the left here, so you come back on the line. Normally you would peel off to there and come back on, but because of the double line up there, I need to approach it at 90 degrees. And so I go right to go left, to go then go right again. So we have 13 cars times 3, so we're 39. So the unload spot takes 20, that leaves 19, and currently there is 18 in the system. So that's 38, so there may be one being left over. It's going to be wasted. Groundwork missing. So normally you peel off to the right and go down the main line. But because I want to get on the other track, I have this little trick to get across. The brake up here. Because the switch up here is going to be incorrect. Nice long train. Quickly run ahead while it's got a slow roll. Alright, let's jump on in and open her up. You can go way up to 100 here. Didn't have too much of a curve behind us and I'm too concerned about making off the tracks. Because the points are set the way they are now, we'll go down south and then come back the other track. I usually have a loop situation, so I might use this same train to do a quick lumber drop off and put some freight depot on, fill the entire train up with lumber, and rebalance them to stacks and make a little bit of profit along the way. There's a U-turn at the freight depot, so that's why I'm concerned about getting back. I don't have to go all the way south. We have to change points in the we're going to have to peel off of the oil field. Because tracks is currently set to go past the oil field and down to the Ironworks, so we'll stop there and merge from the left track to the right track and then off. It's going to lose audio for a sec as I recenter the map. Map looks like this. We currently came out around here. We're currently going around, and we're going to peel off, come in, do the wood, come back, and finish our loop. It's on the left hand side. We'll cross over and come in, and we'll do that lumber loop I was just talking about. Plastic straight area track here. Left here, no along straight, and then that's where we peel off. It's not too far. There's one or two trees there that probably could do with a cut down. Right. Ease it down. This is the cross here. If there is spare beams, like more than I think there's going to be, what I might do is put down a firewood yard and have that available down here. At the moment, the closest firewood is up at the sawmill, which is a fair way away. But most trains need to loop through there, so I don't know if it's 100% required. You can see my trick of using two crosses here to give me a reference. Actually, you can see that. Actually, that's a good example right now. That flicker is because I actually have that second piece of rail there. So when you start a new run, like I'll do it over here, you click here. Oh, sorry, you join you join here, and then you would join wherever the other half is, there, and then continue off in an alt fashion. And that guarantees you a straight line. But you need to remember to come back and do what it did just then and delete the second set of rails that are sitting in there. So let's squirrel across these two tracks. This is kind of the reason not to do dual tracks, because if it was not dual tracks, you could just do that with one set of points. So there's some positives and negatives with dual track. I mean, you do get the ability to have a circle with dual tracks, but when you need to get off the main line, it's kind of twice the work. So it all comes down to how many loops you're going to be doing. So when it comes to things like looping between the sawmill and the iron mine, which you need to do 3-4 times, I can definitely see that being worth it. Same thing between the sawmill and the logging camp to go get a lot of logs, and even the smelter and the logging camp, where all those things take 2 or 3 laps. Definitely worth it. But down here more south, you don't loop that much. It's more one-off runs, so justification drops off. Saying that, those areas beautiful and flat, and it just kind of looks cool to have 2 tracks. So, but do what you enjoy. I mean, it's your game. I know people have different opinions about forestation. I'm a big fan of making it very tight, but I know some people don't like the viewing aspect of that, like all this problem of seeing what you're doing. I debate about putting a second track in here. It's a good example where it's just a little bit overboard. You don't really need it. Alright, welcome to the oil field, Nearly. I'm not a big fan of doing that, but I'm doing it more and more because I haven't been bit by it. It's been successful, so just going to lose audio for a sec. So quick look at the map. Oil field was going to come in on the straight line, and yeah, go to the platform, unload, and because it's a one unload station, I think it is. That's going to take a lot of effort. A lot of shunting backwards and forwards, or running backwards and forwards. But definitely this is definitely one of those industries where if you have multiple players, it's way more interesting. So it's the middle platform. Call that bell, tell the locals that we've arrived. So currently we've got 18, this is fully unloaded. We have 18 pipes and 0 beams, and so we should be able to unload 38, so 20 plus 18. So that last one may be wasteful, and then these can be unloaded and fill up this 18 again. I'm going to try to line this up for a double unload, and we'll see how we go. Just eyeballing this one. I'm using this black line here, or the gap between the platforms as a guide. You need those tiny little red knuckles that stick out of a truck can help you a lot understanding where the train is. I'm trying just to get it so it's kind of halfway. So there's, you will see it down as we get down there. The cars have these little red things, the stakes sticking out of them. So you can kind of look for this thing and look for these to get an idea of where the halfway point, and that's why I did this then. I was looking at this and I was looking at this thing, which I could barely see. I'm going to drop a save. And hopefully, this is on 0, right? Yeah, let's see how good we are. Yes. Alright, so it looks like we can do 2 at once. So that's a little less painful than 1 at once. And 17. Oil field there, you can see the progress of each one being made. And oil is building up. So let me unload one more, move forward, and then I'll unload the rest off camera. Actually, before I do anything, I am going to make a reference mark on this side. I'll move forward a little bit. Yeah. That way I have at least some idea of where it needs to be. So I'm going to try to line up that with that, because at some point that's going to get too far away for me to be able to see. So yeah, this was lined up with that, so I need to line up this with that. Looking at the bottom, just about there. All right, let's see how we went. Yeah, it's too far. This is going to be a fun unload. All right, we press pause, and you'll see it as we leave. Okay, all but one unloaded here. So let's get this last one done. And then the plan is we're just going to move this train out of the way. So currently we have 0 on this one, 10, and 22, I believe. So what I'm going to do is unload one more iron pipe, so they're 9. So this will drain down, 9 will come on here and drain down to 0. This will drain down to 1, and the 22 will drain down to 13. And then we'll use the same train to go finish off the run across to the refinery. So let's move this big train forward. It's going to be a bit of a squeeze, but we'll make it. This area I haven't really designed very well from a shunting point of view. There's not a huge amount of space, and there's really not really a yard at all. So let's quickly move this guy forward. I end up putting in the markers on the inside. It's just easy to see from a round point of view. Plan is just to move up forward, park before the points, make sure we can get the other train past at the end. Hopefully we'll clear the platform so this guy can get at least one pipe. Yeah, I think we're good. Caboose is clear. And we won't push our luck. That will about do it. Alright, and then let's quickly move this other train into position. So I've already set the points down there so we can back up. Give this guy some firewood. I'm actually going to fill her up because she's about to go do a run. Oh, I'm struggling. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I struggle with the mogul trying to get into this first person view. It seems they've changed the hitbox. So I'll just unload one of these pipes, that's 9, as I said. 0 will go up to 9, then drain back down to 0. The 10 will go down to 1, and the 2 will go from 22 down to 13. And then we're around the loop, we're back up again, go forward. I'm the best shunting situation right now. Oh, come on. The developers in their patch notes said you have to point at the cabin floor, but I think the boiler or something gets in the way a lot. Yeah, the design of this yard could be a lot better, I think. Ooh, I don't know if we have enough space here. It's really tight. Yeah, this part of the game I haven't spent that much time in and haven't really been working out the offs for it particularly, meticulously like the rest, where I've got dedicated track lengths. Alright. So let's get this one down to 0. And then this will go up to 18. Actually, we'll get one more than I thought. We'll get 10 rather than 9 being built. Cool. So that will continue working. So let's back up and we'll go around the loop. And that will be, yeah, we'll do that right now. And then next episode, we will continue to use this train to feed pipes into the refinery. Reverse on these two trains. Actually, since it doesn't matter which way we go around the loop, did I by chance stop before that point? Because we need to go off to the right next episode. I did. Woo! That was really close. So while I'm here, yeah, track layout or track design in this area is not the best, but it's fun just to actually do the switching part of the game. I've kind of definitely over-indexed on the ability to do high-speed loops and runs and stuff. So it's good to be able to do more of a shunting exercise. That one's to the right, that's to the left, that's to the left. I shouldn't have done that one. Oh, we can come out that way. Either way. Alright, let's head through the yards. Come on. Point to set. The width of a train is roughly the width of the ties, the sleepers, another word for them. Should be a pretty good clearance around 70. Yeah, plenty of space. I wouldn't want to walk through it, but plenty of space. Cool passing shot. I tried putting a switch in that point right there, but the curve's just too tight, so I gave up on it. Okay. we'll end this episode here. Next time we'll take this train down to the refinery and give it some pipes, and then we'll go back with the original train we just used and go collect the other train that has boxcars and stuff and everything else we need, lumber and stuff, and finish off the whole journey. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Thanks for watching.